The first rays of sunlight pierce the darkness, heralding the arrival of a new day. But our adventure doesn't begin at sunrise. No, our story unfolds even before the birds start their morning chorus. The alarm clock rings at 5:30, not with an insistent jarring sound, but with a gentle chime that awakens us gently to a ritual that has become a cherished autumn tradition. The early hour demands a steaming mug of coffee to warm our hands and chase away the lingering sleepiness. In front of us on the kitchen table lies our armor for the day ahead, or rather our clothing. Today, there's no need for t-shirts and shorts. Today, we are preparing for a journey into the heart of nature. Long pants, preferably made of sturdy fabric, are pulled on and tucked into thick socks. These will be our shields against the brambles and the persistent ticks that lurk in the undergrowth. Our trusty hiking boots, well laced, will ensure stability on potentially wet and slippery trails. Over this, we layer ourselves in light clothing, each garment chosen for both warmth and freedom of movement. And over everything, a waterproof jacket hangs ready to shield us from morning dew or sudden rain showers. But our equipment doesn't end there. In our backpacks, we carry water, a snack, and a packed lunch to sustain us during our explorations. Alongside these essentials, we keep a pocket knife, a cleaning brush, and above all, our wicker basket. This seemingly simple tool is our connection to the rhythm of the forest. The loose meshed structure of the basket is crucial. As we move through the woods, it allows the precious mushroom spores to disperse, contributing to the very reproduction of the forest we're exploring. For the berries, we bring along a separate, smaller container. We'll use this to collect our wild harvest so that the fragile fruits aren't crushed under the weight of larger items. With our preparations complete, we leave the slumbering city behind. The car becomes our chariot, carrying us towards the emerald embrace of the woods. The first light of dawn illuminates the road ahead, guiding our steps like the beam of a lighthouse. As we drive, the sleepy houses slowly fade away, replaced by a landscape that awakens to the rhythm of the rising sun. The air that caresses our faces through the open window carries the fragrance of distant fields and the invigorating scent of pine trees. The noise of the city fades into the background, giving way to the soothing sounds of nature. The wind whispering through the leaves and the distant song of a bird replace the honking of cars and the clatter of construction. And then we arrive at our starting point. Here, the aroma of damp earth and resin mingles with the crisp morning air, painting an olfactory masterpiece that announces the wonders that await us. Leaving the car, we step onto the forest floor with reverence. Every step is measured, not just to avoid stepping on the precious mushrooms that could be hiding beneath our feet, but also to fully immerse ourselves in the magic of the awakening forest. Our exploration begins in earnest. The sunlight filters through the dense foliage, creating a mosaic of light and shadow on the ground. The air is filled with the soft rustle of leaves underfoot and the sweet songs of unseen birds. Our eyes, now attuned to the forest's whispers, begin to catch glimpses of the hidden treasures around us. Our first find is a small cluster of porcini mushrooms near the base of a chestnut tree. Their brown caps peek out from under fallen leaves, their white stems standing firm. With respect for these gifts of nature, we proceed to gather our bounty, careful not to damage the mycelium, the underground network that sustains these magnificent specimens. The hunt for mushrooms takes us deeper into the forest. We discover chanterelles with their bright orange color and boletes with their velvety red caps. Each variety found is cut at the base and roughly cleaned with our small brush, a silent promise to honor these treasures with the utmost care. Our attention then shifts to the berries. We leave the shade of the tall trees behind and venture to the forest's edge, where the sky stretches out like a vast blue canvas overhead. Here, amidst the low bushes, we find the juicy blackberries on the thorny brambles. With nimble fingers, we pluck the shiny ripe berries, taking care to avoid the prickly branches that guard them. A little further on, we come across the strawberry trees with their delicate red berries that contrast beautifully with the lush green leaves. Each berry is carefully placed in our container, a testament to the patience and precision required to gather these forest jewels. As the hours pass, our basket fills with an array of colors, shapes, and textures, each item telling a story of its own. The forest, once a sea of green, now reveals its hidden secrets to us, sharing its bounty of mushrooms and berries. The mid-morning chill gives way to the sun's gentle warmth, and as the shadows grow longer, we know it's time to return. With full baskets and light hearts, we make our way back to the car. The tiredness that creeps into our limbs is not a burden, but a badge of honor, a sign of a day well spent in communion with nature. Back home, the transformation begins. The mushrooms, freed from their earthy cloak, are laid out on the counter. Each one is scrutinized, the gills and the stem examined to ensure only the finest specimens remain. Those destined for that evening's dinner are sliced with practiced hands. The thin slices, some left whole, others cut into smaller pieces, are ready to sizzle in a pan. Garlic and parsley will accompany them, enhancing their unique flavor. Meanwhile, our gaze turns to the berries. Gently washed and placed in a large pot, they await their transformation into jam. The addition of sugar and lemon juice will not only enhance their natural sweetness, but also preserve them for the colder months. The slow dance of cooking begins. We stir continuously, watching as the mixture thickens, promising a taste of pure forest sweetness. The hot jam, still liquid gold, is poured into sterilized glass jars. These vessels, once filled, will become miniature time capsules, encapsulating the essence of our morning's adventure. As twilight paints the sky with hues of purple and orange, we gather around the table. The centerpiece is a feast for the eyes and the palate, freshly picked mushrooms sautéed to perfection. Their unique aroma fills the room, promising a taste that will transport us to the very heart of the forest. The conversation flows easily, punctuated by laughter and the clinking of glasses. We recount our discoveries, each detail, each anecdote weaving a tapestry of shared experiences. The star of the show, the mushrooms, are served. Each bite is a reminder of the day's adventures, their distinct texture and earthy flavor a tribute to the forest's bounty. Accompanied by crusty bread and a bottle of wine, our meal is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of nature's generosity and the joy of sharing it with loved ones. The following morning, as sunlight streams through the kitchen window, we gather once again. But this time it's breakfast. The previous day's adventure feels like a distant memory, yet the promise of its continuation lingers in the air. Before us, a pot of coffee steams invitingly, while a plate holds a treasure trove of homemade jam. Each spoonful is a delightful surprise, a burst of sweet forest flavors that linger on the palate. The berries we picked the day before, transformed into liquid gold, remind us of our connection to nature, even in the heart of our busy lives. And so our weekend in the woods comes to an end. The memories, however, live on, woven into the fabric of our lives like the threads of a rich tapestry. The taste of freshly picked mushrooms and homemade jam continues to tantalize our palates, while the tranquility of the forest echoes in our hearts. As the days pass, the call of the woods beckons us once more, promising new adventures, new encounters with nature's bounty. We know that each visit will be unique, offering fresh challenges and the satisfaction of living in harmony with the rhythms of the earth. And so the cycle begins anew, driven by our deep connection to the forest and its generous embrace.